With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The play fake. Newman. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down, Patriots.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on 2nd down. Newman, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week, now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check 50, check 50. 51,
Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Pick me up. Here we go. 51 to Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dietrich Wise in there to bury him for a loss of 11. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Pick it up, guys.
Check.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Get ready. Get ready. Hey, Mike 51. Mike.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 54. Night, sweetheart.
Off play action. Newman. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
First down, New England.
Ready? Mike 5-4. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On first down, Newman. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Newman. This is White on the screen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Tight dog. Good job right there. 25.
Right there. 54.
Now it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Mike 5-4.
On first down, Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, 14. One left.
51. Check.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Dietrich Wise Jr., his 2nd sack of the night.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3 down.
Spread left, spread left. Green, Anderson.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Antonio Brown. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Newman. He gets it to Brown, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4. Operating from the gun, Newman. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Newman. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Move the team.
Right there, 54 Mike. Guys,
12.
let's go. 36. 13. Check 13.
Got it.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That'll be complete to Breida. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Alert.
Let's get there. So, Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Wide, get wide. Hey,
Look for signals.
switch gears.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go 14.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Well, Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Kill.
Run pass. Boost the team.
51 to Mike.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the 2nd level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. 2nd level, probably because they moved up to the 1st level, and that hurts them.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half.
Get ready.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st down, here's Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike,
Buko team.
Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey guys, listen.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. And we gotta get to the ball. To the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
From the 22, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake. Newman. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air on 2nd down. Newman. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Newman. And a dump off to White. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 3. This pass complete to Higgins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Goes underneath here to White. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Newman looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Newman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And his kick here is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. Fighting him off. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Fair. 51, Mike, 51. So don't say nothing.
Now Wilson operating from the gun. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Patriots have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set.
It's under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Newman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 8 yards out, and the Patriots have taken the lead.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters, and how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Complete to Dorsett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
What? 315.
Mike 51. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Hey, hey.
Slam, slam.
Come on.
Let's box. Right.
18.
51's the mic, 51's the mic. Watch the run.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let's go. It's time to cross.
Reload.
It's outside, guys. It's outside. 51.
Hey, alert.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They go play action now. Wilson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Alert.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Breida.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
12.
51, Mike 51. Strip the ball.
Wilson will throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Newman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A give to Michel running right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, check 25.
12. Alert.
Check 4. Sponge. No.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. He's got daylight. The 40. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. Give him 58 yards on the ground.
58 yards. That's good for our Seahawks. 1st down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
19.
Check 24.
Switch.
Switch.
Spread left. Right.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Alert.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Myers' kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Newman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that?
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
First down, New England.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newman. Open man is Higgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, they run with Michelle. He won't go down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The tackle made by KJ Wright.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing.
Throwing again. Newman. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go. 50-40 base. 54 Mike.
Throwing on first down. Newman. It's complete. James White. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Now the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Patriots 17, Seahawks 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's our time. It's our time.
Check, check, check. Check, check.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
Do it.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Here we go. Here we go. Push the out roll. 50. Yeah.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Down by K.J. White. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 20.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Pats, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.